Here is a coin. One coin, two sides. Heads, tails. Very useful in deciding who kicks off at the beginning of a football game or choosing who does that household chore nobody wants to tackle. Now, one side is really no more important than the other. They share the same value. But there are also two sides to every event that happens in our world. There's the side we can see, and there's the side we cannot see. These two sides of every event don't have equal value. While both matter, one side matters much more. Ephesians 6:12 talks about the invisible side. Here we are taught that our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the powers of this dark world and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realm. This is one of those passages that teaches us about the ultimate storyline of the world. It's a story of God in pursuit of people to reconcile them to Himself and restore them into the glorious humans that they were intended to be so that they can do what they were made to do in the world. And it's a story of Satan doing everything in his power to keep this from happening. Now let's consider how this applies to the coronavirus pandemic and the upheaval that our country is going through as a result. On the one side, the side we can see, there are battles being waged on the medical front, on the financial front, and on the emotional suffering front. And these sides matter. But on the other side, the side that we cannot see, a spiritual battle rages. This matters more because the stakes are higher. They're eternal. God is using this pandemic to motivate people to seek Him. He is at work to connect us more closely to Himself, to connect us more deeply to each other in support of community, and to better connect us to His purpose for our lives. Oh, but our spiritual adversary is using the same circumstances to distance us from God, alienate us from others, and distract us from living for what matters most. Now, as followers of Jesus, we are, as Paul the Apostle put it, more than overcomers. And overcome, we shall. We shall overcome the coronavirus. We'll overcome the financial crisis. And we'll overcome the social panic. But more importantly, we will overcome the evil one who seeks to use the coronavirus to disconnect us from God, from each other, and from our purpose for living. We're going to seize the day. We will win the moment. We will triumph over our adversary. We will not merely survive these days, we will thrive in these days. We will reach people. We will grow. We will emerge better and stronger than ever before. We'll experience that with God. All things really are possible. And here's how. We're going to redouble our efforts to get connected. We're going to run with all of our strength into the purposes of God. We're going to get connected in some new ways. We're going to leverage technology, creativity, and courage to forge a new way of being the church. We're going to get connected to God in new ways. We will continue to live stream Sunday services for the foreseeable future. God has unique things to say to our church in these days, and we're going to continue listening to His voice and receiving His direction. We are upping the production quality to make these experiences more impactful in an in-home setting. You can invite your family and friends to check them out. People will find Jesus through these virtual church services. And we will have our live stream chat going so that we can interact over what is happening in real time. I'm going to be sending out daily words of encouragement. These 1 to 3 minute video messages are all designed to lift your spirits, to maintain your focus, and give spiritual direction. Our prayer team and staff will receive your requests via our church app. We will be praying for you, and we'll get back to you regarding the requests that you forward. And we're planning a virtual prayer service that we can all be a part of. We're going to be passing along ideas to help you have some fun with your family, along with guidance to help with the spiritual formation of your children. We will be providing our students with virtual experiences times of discussion, along with fun video contests. In fact, I challenge our families to up their spiritual formation game in these days ahead. We're also going to get connected to others in new ways. We will be conducting virtual small groups. Through formats like Zoom and Google Hangouts, our groups can gather online and continue supporting each other, encouraging each other, and praying for one another. Group leaders have already received instruction on how to make this happen. We will be providing opportunities to do Bible studies together. Facebook groups will be organized where people can read Scripture together, share their insights, ask questions, and pray for each other. We'll be using Instagram and Facebook to post inspiring quotes and stories. Share them and post your own. And finally, we're going to get connected to our purpose in new ways as well. We are organizing a team to give special attention to the vulnerable members of our church family. This will involve weekly check-ins with them and then getting them the things that they need. We will be collecting food supplies to help members of our own church family who are unable to work and may encounter financial hardship in these stressful times. And we're going to be serving our community in this time of need as well. We've already been in contact with the local food pantries and our local schools. They know we stand ready to help. As they pass along ways we can support them, we will send word and we will all rally around the cause. You see, we will be known as the church who stepped up to help our community when times were hard. We will continue, of course, to support our foreign missions partners as they fight the same battle we are, but in different parts of the world. All these things are already in the works. No doubt, we will adjust and refine and add items to this fluid situation. I challenge you to embrace new ways of doing important things and forward your ideas for how we can be the church in these times. We are Connections Community Church. We have a history of overcoming the odds, of finding a way to get the work of God done, and of accomplishing things that others thought impossible. God has raised us up for just a time as this. So we will rise to the occasion. We will overcome. The best days are right in front of us. Let's embrace our future, fulfill our destiny, and be the church that Jesus has saved us to be. Let's get connected like never before.